So hey guys and ladies, I hit my 300 milestone mark in subscribers, and I'm happy and thankful for you, all of you, every one of you. But it definitely brought an epiphany to me. I just sort of woke up, and it was like a light bulb. My meaning of the channel, I wanted to try to help the best I can, or just bring some ideas out there to whoever it could help. And if I could just help one person as far as helping your finances, then I would call that a success. Well, my epiphany was, what if that one person was me, right? So it's kind of a thing to think about. I know that before YouTube, before I started this channel, I was hit or miss with saving. I wasn't consistent or regular, but now I'm saving, I'm paying myself first every day. So I implemented that step. That was a big change in how I did this, right? I would just get money, look up, money gone, need more money. That had to stop. So that was a big thing, that I started paying myself first. And then I also realized, what if this whole point was just to change myself? It's like my journey in changing and going through some I guess self-reflecting. Every video I make is really a big self-reflecting opportunity for me to see how I think, what I think about. So I thought that was really a really good point to bring home. So 300 subscribers, y'all had changed me. It changed me because I would have never started this journey on YouTube if I didn't want to help people. And even if I'm not helping anybody, I'm helping one person at least, and that's myself. And I just never was aware that I was doing that. So I know I'm talking at a person when I make these videos, but that person, I didn't realize it was me. So let me back up before I get too deep into that and watch this next part. It'll maybe help you see how I think. And then I'm gonna wrap it up. Thank you. Can y'all see that? So if y'all won that today, would you be able to manage it? So if you won that lottery, would you know what to do with that money to keep it going and growing for your lifetime? Or just like we read about a lot of these people that win the lottery and it goes to zero, and then they create a lot of problems in their life. You know, money can really mess up people's marriages and friendships and relationships, and you know, everybody see you as dollar sign and they come to you. So would you know how to manage that? I think that's where we have to get good at managing what we have, learning how to grow what we have before we could be trusted with something bigger like that. You know, how can you expect to have $1 million drop in your lap with no clue on what to do with it? You know, that could hurt you. That really could hurt you. So why would God want to give you something that could hurt you? I know you're asking for, let me win this lottery. That lottery could be like the worst thing that happens to you. So if we practice on how to be good stewards of this money now, how much you have, and learn how to grow that based per percentages per year, it could be whatever that percent is, and then we just get better and better at growing that money. I think that will help us, you know, be ready for the big bag if that ever comes our way. And honestly, nothing's just gonna come your way magically. You just gotta work for that. Whatever your number is, mine not even trying to be a lottery. I'm not even trying to do that. I'm not gonna turn it away, but I do want to be ready for it. So I'm always thinking like, what would I do if I got that? I do know that the wealthy, the rich, there's differences. The rich and the wealthy are two different things. The rich is based on how much you are able to spend and buy. Wealthy is based on how much you're able to supplement to take care of all of your living bills and whatever the case is. So rich don't mean forever. But wealthy usually means like that's going to be a lifetime, and it's not a dollar amount. It's just if you had on an example, if you owned a couple houses that made you, let's say, $3,000 a month, and your expenses to live were $2,500, and you had a surplus of $500 a month that you're stacking and saving, and that's growing also, and on those assets buy more assets, now you're looking at wealthy, the definition of wealthy. But rich is when you win that lottery ticket, you get $1 million, $300 million. Yeah, you're rich. You have the power to buy. But that could be forever, or it may not be forever. Depends on how you manage it. So that's just leading me right into my next point. The wealthy people, what they do is they take their revenue, the income that they drive in, they take that and they buy assets, and then they use those assets to buy their toys, to buy their cars, their clothes, their watches and chains and rings. They use that, okay? That way they're not ever messing with the assets, and they're not ever like killing their soldiers. I'm just talking, that's how I talk. The soldiers are the money. So that revenue is the soldiers. You bringing your money in, you don't ever want to kill that money. You want it to buy more assets to grow. You always want to take that revenue and grow it. Now, it's hard to even see this if you're just like underwater right now. You're like, well, just get me above the water right now. Just, how do I get rid of that? It takes time. You got to just take your time and work at it. Cut out everything you can cut out as far as like things that you don't need, that is not necessary for you. It's just comforts. You don't have to go completely skeleton crew on like if you like Starbucks every day, maybe don't spend $10 on Starbucks every day. Maybe get a $4 regular coffee. You got to find ways to cut some of that fluff, right? You don't have to have that, the best and the finest all the time. Treat yourself to that. If you treat yourself to that, it's all that best and finest stuff is just dopamine hits anyway. So you're getting addicted to the dopamine hit of having things and getting a new thing, and you want that dopamine hit again, so you go out and get a new thing, or you're trying to have a certain image, learn to like work on that part. You don't have to be a prisoner to an image. So I'm saying a whole lot, and I'm going all around just to try to help you find the money that you're going to use to be able to invest with and have assets that you can use to go buy those toys one day. Let's hold off on the gratification for now, and we'll get gratification later. That is it. This is the second time I tried this video, because the other time I was zoomed all up. So I had to fix that. So y'all have a good day. I'm going to go watch some March Madness. It's low today, and that's okay. It's perfect, because I'm going to go home and watch March Madness basketball. It's starting to rain, so everything is timing. Y'all take care. So I'm still at Taco Bell. This is the next day, but I back at Taco Bell. As you can maybe see in the background, probably can't. I hope that makes sense to you, what I just shared, because that's really the journey I'm on as far as managing my own finances better, being better at managing money, understanding how money works and how to manage that. I thought I knew how to do all of that in the past. I've done day trading. I've sold life insurance. I had all of those conversations, right? But this channel helped me reflect on what I was doing wrong, what I've been doing right, and just to create a plan, because it's good to have a plan and go into action. Let me give you a couple of comparisons. Before the channel, I was not really saving. I was sporadic. I mentioned that before. And then I would use that money to fix the car, fix the house, do whatever I needed to do. which, okay, that's fine, but now that money is gone. So now this savings, you still have to, like, you kind of have to split it, right? You still have to have a savings. You still have to have an emergency fund for things like that I just mentioned. But the savings, you shouldn't touch it. It's not to be touched. It's not to dip in for a trip. It's not to dip in for going shopping. It's not to dip in for anything. That's for the future version of you. All right. So that was a big step in the plan that I had to put forward. And I'm glad I did that, right? The other one was to just appreciate where I'm at and reflect on it. So that's a big thing. To do that, you have to kind of know where you at. You have to kind of know where you at with your budget and your finances and whatnot, and appreciate it. Be thankful for where you are and build from there. Because once you're thankful, you see your baseline, you can build from there. All right. So I just thought that was really strong. That's what I've learned, and that's how this channel has changed me. I've redone this video a couple times, but I wanted to really make it simple and not too long-winded for you. And those that are still watching, comment journey in the comments, all right, at this point. And let's go. This is our journey. Let's keep going.